Back on February 19th, we had one of our last cold spells of the year that brought some snow flurries. TL Yarn Crafts was hosting her annual Make It Crochet Along, and week 4's prize was a Della Vivid Rose Maker Mesh Tote. I recently did a Crafty Space cleanup and realized I haven't really been using my books. Basically, all the stars aligned and said I need to break out my Tunisian crochet handbook to make the Lexington Cashmere gloves. At least that's what I decided after browsing and considering my time frame. If you've never heard of this crochet along, I will link this year's details in the description box so that you can keep an eye out for next year. Tony has been doing this since 2019, and here is a glimpse into some of the projects I have made over the years. I gifted the Jessie Stash basket to my friend Brandy's mom. I got her Arboreal collection as soon as it released, so I made all three: the Willow sweater, Sylvie shawl, and Juniper cowl. And I actually did vlog the making of those if you want to check out my channel for that. I've since frogged and rehomed this yarn, but I made the sweater weather cardi. I made the Daydream shawl, and I love to wear it to the racetrack because I can just chuck it in the wash since I used acrylic. I made this simple Tunisian crochet ear warmer as my very first experience Tunisian crocheting. I actually think my flat iron shawl was my first fancy fingering yarn weight project ever. At the end of this vlog, you'll also see my braided Tunisian ear warmer that I made right after I got this book. I wasn't expecting to leave the house, which is why I started this impromptu project, but I also decided might as well play passenger princess as I accompany my husband on his errands. Needless to say, I didn't get started till 1 o'clock. And I also forgot my stitch marker, so I used my finger guide to hold the live stitch. Always got that Tim Gunn motto inspiring me to make it work. Talk about a quick project. I already finished one glove by 3 o'clock. Although I would have loved to use the suggested yarn, Clinton Hill Cashmere is so not in my budget. It is on my bucket list to one day experience, and I know I will, but this yarn substituted pretty well. And I also think it's more realistic to have fingerless gloves made in acrylic that are more durable for actual use. By 5 o'clock, we made it home, and I was able to work on the second glove while enjoying the latest Bridget Jones' Diaries movie. This Licca hook set that was gifted to me way back when from Blue Mule Fiber has been a complete joy. I just love how the stitches glide off. It makes that return pass that much more delicious. A couple things that I wanted to add about working from a physical book is that it's great that I can just look up the technique without having to search on Google. And also having the physical pattern there, I don't have to get on an actual device that will distract me to start scrolling elsewhere and not working on my pattern. As far as this pattern goes, I wouldn't say I made any modifications per se, but I didn't do the specific increase that she had mentioned for this specific pattern. I just did a yarn over increase, and I don't think it changed the look of my gloves, but I also think my yarn probably masked some of it. Making the thumb was probably the coolest part. It's just so cool to see a fabric develop in a spot, similarly to making a heel flap and gusset on a sock. I'll be honest, I never really saw the value in making fingerless gloves, but now that I have, I can see why people love them. I kind of have small hands, so I get pretty good coverage on mine. But after browsing the projects on Ravelry, I can confidently say that I think it's universally probably a good fit. And that's really all I have for you on this Make It Cal 2025. I totally recommend for anyone to participate in a crochet along whenever you can, because it's a great way to make friends with people in the community and also a great way to stretch your skill level. Not to mention opportunity to stash bust, which by the way, I had a little bit left, so I decided to make a matching mug cozy by a Crochet Simplicity. May the inspiration flow for you, my glamorous friends, and I'll see you next time.